Welcome to this new vlog. We are still in Greece.
Yeah, and here at Lake Karla we celebrated our 3 months in Greece.
Oh yes.
It was a big party.
Yes, because there was amazing sunset.
Yeah, there was a big storm brewing on the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and the day after the sky was clear, nice sunrise.
Yep.
But now it's time to move on. We go to
Another lake more north.
more north, a quick stop before going to Thessaloniki and Halkidiki Peninsula.
Yeah.
There are 3 fingers north of, south of Thessaloniki. And we go to visit them together with you. See you there.
See you there.
I'm going to be honest, I'm tired. 2 long days of driving, so you can barely talk anymore. We covered nearly 400 kilometers on shitty Greek roads. What have we done? We spent the night yesterday at the lake. Beautiful place. Could wash ourselves, wash our hair in the lake. Went to bed early, woke up early. For our 2nd day of driving here to Halkidiki, we passed Thessaloniki city. Went to a camping store, Zampeta's mega store. Don't know if they know what mega means, although it's a Greek word. It was actually very small. Nothing useful to find there for us. Just finished lunch here at the sea. And tomorrow we're going to leave for Halkidiki in front of us. But this afternoon not much will happen. I'm going to relax, jump into the sea. Because, like I said, I'm tired. Need some rest. Good morning. Morning. As you can see, you're dressed up because we have a fancy visit today. Yesterday Anne was checking out what to do here in Halkidiki, and the first thing that popped up was a winery. One, the winery is only, let's say, 10-minute drive from here, and 2, there are open cellar days today. So we don't know what to expect. Is this a real winery with underground cellars or just a factory? We don't know, but there are open cellar days today, so I'm going to check it out and maybe have a glass of wine over there.
This winery is a first-generation winery started in 1981 with 2.5 hectares of ancestral land by Mr. Van Helis in the Papamola region of Epanomi, approximately 25 kilometers southeast of Thessaloniki. In this unique ecosystem, he planted mainly Greek but also foreign grape varieties. Oh yes, we are at the winery now. I tell you, it's a Ktima Gerovassiliou. So
good job!
Good job! There's really something to do here. There's loud music, there are people coming because it opens at around 11 o'clock. So we are here, I think, around 11. So I'm really looking forward, especially to the wine tasting. He chose this land because of the ideal climate, typically Mediterranean, with mild winters and warm summers, though cooled by the sea breeze. The winery is strongly affected to the sea, so it's like having a natural air conditioning in the vineyard, that lowers the temperature and absorbs the moisture. The whole vineyards and property look very well maintained. It's a pleasure to walk around and enjoy the surroundings.
And is participating in the photo competition. It's a photo competition, there's tastings, there's even a guided tour in English starting in 40 minutes. So we're lucky. And it's beautiful here, really beautiful. With a terrace overlooking the vineyards. You can walk in between. It's beautiful.
Our first glass of the day, it's a rosé. A nice little sweet fruity flavor. Another passion of the founder is collecting all items of viticulture from around the world. His impressive corkscrew collection, which now numbers more than 2,700 exhibits, is one of the world's biggest collections. Some pieces are dating back to the 18th century.
And for the white one. This guy makes really good wine.
And it was a really nice visit. I'm happy I found it yesterday on the internet that there's open cellars today. We had a few wines, we tried the white wine and the rosé, and they were excellent. And now we go back to the sea, stay at the same spot as yesterday and enjoy a swim there. Today our ride is only a very short distance, 12 kilometers in total. The same village, Epanomi, but on a different beach. It's a little bit cloudy today, so we want to see a shipwreck, but first have a coffee to warm up a little bit before we do the hike. Small bit.
It's not really a hike, of course, it's more a walk around 2 kilometers. You can drive closer, but it's quite sandy because, as you can see, we moved location back to another coast, not the sea. It's a 2 kilometer walk to a shipwreck. We don't know what to expect. If it's the same one like Dimitrios, I don't think so. I think this one is more submerged. And hopefully it's not high tide, so we can see something. It's not that sunny, so if it's completely submerged, we won't see a lot. But, like Anne said, first coffee.
The ship, the shipwreck of Epanomi, sank in the winter of 1970. It was carrying out soil in order to pinch a unique natural habitat to create arable land. Without a reason, the ship was abandoned, it rusted and sank. The ship has been in the same place ever since. Now, this place is one of the most popular beaches near Thessaloniki.
It's hard to see a shipwreck in that one. Just a pile of rusty metal, completely submerged. This morning after we arrived, we walked all the way to the end of this cape, to the lighthouse, saw the shipwreck, had lunch, and all of a sudden the weather turned. It started raining, it's very windy, so we decided to stay here. And it's trying to do some macrame. I'm washing our 2 towels. We forgot to take them to the laundry last week. Going to stay here until tomorrow. Going to leave tomorrow morning.
So the first finger.
First finger of Halkidiki.
Cassandra.
It's called Cassandra. My guide. Before leaving, we first fill up our tank. We have 84 liters of fresh water. And once this is full, we leave for Lutra, in the south of the first finger of Halkidiki.
The first place we go on Cassandra is Lutra. It's more famous for their thermal baths. I don't know, there's a lot more to do there. People come here just for the sea, enjoying the sun. So we see what's more to do there.
There hardly will be any sun this week.
No.
So maybe we're back in Thessaloniki tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe,
who knows?
Maybe it will be very fast, our tour here in Halkidiki.
We have arrived in Lutra at the observation point pavilion. Expensive words for a cliff littered with rubbish overlooking the sea. And you're also looking at the local spa. And first impression, like the rest of this island or peninsula, Cassandra Peninsula, is it's pretty run down. On the way, a lot of old hotels, old holiday homes, unfinished buildings, and also this spa. I think it had its heydays in the 60s probably.
From the depth of the earth, healing water of Agia Paraskevi Cassandra gushes out due to its unique composition of chemical elements containing rare sanative properties. It rejuvenates both body and spirit. Oh, hallelujah.
See, sounds expensive. Fancy website. Then you see this building. Okay, let's get out of here. Back to the beach.
Always beach. We move further to our next destination on Halkidiki's first finger, Pevkogori. From the main road, we take a well-maintained sandy path to the beach and the lagoon.
We just finished lunch and well, we decided to stay here. We installed ourselves, it's beautiful here, under the pine trees at the entrance of the laguna. In a minute we're going to walk to the laguna, maybe jump in the sea, because the weather forecast for this afternoon is pretty good, sunny, better than this morning. We had a little bit of rain. So we're going to spend the afternoon here, we're going to stay the night, and probably tomorrow we move on again. That's how we live.
The blue Blue Lagoon is an inland lake with an opening to the sea. There is a sandy path on each side. Perfect to find a spot to park Boris with sea views. Greece is amazing for wild camping.
We had a wonderful afternoon. We walked to the laguna, we jumped in the sea and did some yoga, right?
Some yoga, some macrame, work on the vlog.
Yeah. Now for dinner we have some leftovers of yesterday's goulash, Hungarian goulash.
And the best is the day after.
Yeah.
Not the first day.
Was able to sit 24 hours. So, to develop the flavors, some rice, yummy.
Good company.
Good morning from this perfect beach. I would say if you want to sleep on a beach with your van, come to Greece. There's an abundance of amazing spots. One last coffee. It's early. Actually, it's not. I think it's around 11. One last coffee before we leave. The second finger of Halkidiki right in front of us. Sidonia. We just a short drive, 1 hour and a half, I think. We park on the beach, hopefully, before going into the mountains tomorrow for a hike. Some exercise after all these beaches will do us good. A 5-minute ride from our camping spot of the last 2 nights brings us in the center of Pevkohori.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we're in a different world.
It feels like the Costa Brava.
Beach bars.
Not run down.
Not at all. Tourists.
A lot of
Haven't
people here.
seen so much tourists yet. All the signs are in English.
Yeah.
Loud music you hear. But yeah, of course it's June, beginning of June. Mostly
Retired people. I
retired people.
think. They have time to come now.
The young people still have to arrive, but it's kind of a culture shock.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime at this perfectly organized rest stop. They have fresh drinks, fresh food, clean toilets, vegan ice cream later. Actually, it's a supermarket, a little supermarket. There are no real rest stops here, but the little provides everything for van lifers.
Yeah, we love the little. For shopping, they have most of the things we need. Almost everything.
Almost everything. Also, almost leaving this peninsula. 2 different sides. First day when we arrived, the western side was very run down, very old.
Yeah, but the east side is big difference.
Big difference, a lot of tourists.
Modern buildings, better organized, I think.
Cleaner, more modern, newer. First, finish our breakfast, lunch, have an ice cream afterwards, and then leave for the second finger, the middle finger.
What's the name?
Sidonia.
Sidonia.
Of
After
Sidonia,
Cassandra.
yeah.
Yeah.
First, lunchtime.
I found my vegan ice cream, but I gave one already to someone behind me who loves to try it too. So. We made it to our first stop in Sidonia. There's a second finger of Halkidiki. It was not easy to find a place for Boris because there are not a lot of free camping spots here.
It's very developed here.
Yeah,
A lot of hotels, restaurants, holiday homes. But we managed to get one. It's only for one night because tomorrow we go into the mountains.
For a hike, but it looks good. Let me know what you think about it.
Good morning all.
Morning.
It's a bright sunny day. Anne is calling her mother. It's her birthday today. We're walking to the city center, going to the post office, buying stamps or postcards, maybe have a coffee. And this afternoon we're going to the mountain. I'm looking now at the mountain and going for a small hike only. Don't feel like a big hike today. So it's only going to be a small hike. I think tonight we come here again. We spend the night here, although it's not that special. And tomorrow morning we go back in the direction of Thessaloniki and the north of Greece, because it's almost over for us here. Our time in Greece has almost come to an end after more than 3 months. We are going to cross a border next week. I'm not going to tell you which one. Back from the village. The market wasn't that special, to be honest.
It's special market more for tourism. They had a lot of olive oil.
Every second stall sold olive oil and honey, cheap clothes.
Yeah. But I found cherries, very good
cherries. The post office was closed, which makes sense, of course. The center is full of people. It's market day, close the post office, so we have to go back tomorrow. And I said we're going to hike this afternoon, but I don't know yet. It's like I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Yeah. That's we bought an espresso freddo, a cool one.
My back hurts.
Yeah, and rest.
I'm sweating. I think I'm going to jump in the sea to cool off and keep it calm this afternoon. We'll see tomorrow. We finally made it to the village of Parthenon. After a few days talking about it, we're here. Feel much better today.
Exactly.
We went to the post office this morning, so that was already a 1 hour walk. That's why we only do a small hike here, 90 minutes.
We did some yoga too.
You did some yoga.
And had a coffee.
And we had a coffee. Still have a coffee, because the Greek iced coffees can have them a long time.
And it's our last vlog here in Greece. We have to say goodbye. This is an amazing country.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was a great time. When we entered, we didn't know how long we would stay here. We're going to take it slowly here. A few weeks, maybe.
A few months, I hope.
2 or 3 months here. And we stayed here almost 3.5 months. Can you believe?
And even you can stay here much longer if you want.
Our friends we met in Peloponnese are still here for another month, I think.
At least.
But it's time to go to another country. It's time to go to...
And continue our trip. And next is
Bulgaria. Only a small detour before going to Turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey, oh I'm so sorry. It's Turkey these days, of course. So we're going to change clothes and go for a little hike. I hope you like this video.
If you like this one, give it a thumbs up.
If so, leave a comment also, it would help us a lot.
And subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, we see you in Bulgaria.
Hope to see you in the next vlog too. Bye.
Bye guys. Time for a hike.